In this video, we will be reviewing how to create an advanced event in Astra Schedule. To start, navigate to the Events tab and select Events under Event Management. This will bring you to the Events List page. At the top of the page, select the Add button. This will bring you to the Create Event modal, which we have covered in a previous video. However, you will still need to select the start and end time and start and end date for your event. Once we've selected our start and end time and our start and end date, then we'll enter in our event name. Once we've entered our event name, we can select our event type and our contact and customer. You'll want to be sure to leave the room blank, as we will assign our room under More Options. Once we select More Options, we'll be brought to the Event Record page. From this page, you'll see that we have already populated the contact and customer and the event type. However, you do have the ability to change those fields here. We can also add in an estimated attendance for the event or mark if this event will be private or featured. Once we have edited our event information at the top of the page, we can then move down to our tabs below. The first tab you'll see is the Meetings tab. Under Meetings, you're able to add additional meetings or make modifications to the existing meetings. First, to add an additional meeting, select Add Meeting. From here, we have the ability to adjust the start and end time and select a new start and end date. For this example, I would like to change my start time and adjust my end time to later in the day, and pick a different date for my second meeting. I can add a description, select my meeting type, and enter an attendance and mark whether I want to have this meeting as featured or private. Once I've made my selections, click Add Meeting, and we can see now that our second meeting has been added with our new start date, end date, and start and end time. Next, we will want to assign our meetings to a room. You can either assign each meeting individually or all at once by selecting All Meetings, then selecting Assign Rooms. Once in the Assign Rooms tool, we have the ability to filter down our criteria to narrow down the list of rooms. The rooms will appear to the right of the screen. You're able to hover over the bullseye to see room information such as the room type, its capacity, and any features that may be associated to the room. Once we have identified which room works best for our event, we can then click on the word Available to select the room assignment for our meeting. Once we've made our room assignments, select OK. We can now see that each meeting now has a room identified in the room column. Depending on your role, you may or may not have permissions to request or schedule resources. In order to request or schedule resources, click the Request or Schedule Resources button here. More information about requesting and scheduling resources will be covered in an additional video. The next button you'll see is the Drop Selected button. When clicking Drop Selected, you will be dropping the room assignment for the selected meetings below. The Delete Selected will delete all meeting information selected below. The next tab you'll see is the Additional Contacts tab. Here we have the ability to add an additional contact from the system by clicking Add Contact, then searching by the search criteria. Once we've clicked Add, click Close, and you'll see that the new contact is added there. If you would like to add an additional contact who is not in the system, then click Add Ad Hoc Contact. You'll see that a new line item is added where we can then click into the open field to type in their name and then can enter in their email address. We can also select each individual one and click the Remove Selected, and we'll be met with a Confirm Removal. The next tab you'll see is the Attachments tab. In the event record, we have the ability to add an attachment to the overall event. To add an attachment, click the Add Attachment. Then click the Browse button to find the item you would like to add. Once you've made your selection, click OK, and then it will upload the file. From here, you have the ability to make this document public, which will add a link to the scheduling grid or activity calendar, or not public, which will only be accessible here under the Attachments tab. You also have the ability to download the attachment or remove the attachment. The next tab is the Reminders tab. Here you have the ability to add a reminder for this event. To add a reminder, click Add Reminder, enter in the subject, which will be sent out as the subject line in an email. Enter in a description if you would like, select a due date and a due time, then select when we would like to send the reminder, and at what time we would like that reminder to be sent. Finally, we'll pick who we want this reminder to be sent to. I can then type ahead and select Luke and add him here, and you'll see his information here. Then we can select Save, and our reminder will be added to our reminder list here. You do have the ability to add as many reminders as you would like. Once the reminder is completed, you can then come back in and mark completed, which will then strike through the information on the reminder. If this reminder is completed before the send date, no notification email will be sent out for this particular reminder. The next tab is Invoicing. The invoicing features will be covered in a later video. Next, you'll see Attendees. Under the Attendees tab, you have the ability to allow attendee sign up. To do so, go to Allow Attendee Sign Up and select at the event or event meeting level in which you would like to have attendees sign up. Once you turn this on, you will then have the ability to allow your attendees to enter their name, email, and phone number, which will then be populated in the list below. Once you have a populated list, you have the ability to email attendees only from the Notify Attendees button in the top right-hand corner under the Attendees tab. The next tab is the Notes tab. Here you have the ability to click Add Note to enter any information you would like to keep track of for this particular event. The next tab you'll see is the Calendar Description tab. Here is where you have the ability to add a description which will be displayed on any calendar view. You also have the ability to upload a feature image. To upload an image for this event, click on Update Feature Image. From here, you'll be able to select an image, which will then be displayed in the box above. And the last tab you'll see is the History tab. Here you'll see any information that is being sent out in regards to this particular event, such as event summaries. This has been a high-level overview on how to create an advanced event in Astra Schedule.